We were just talking about the size of wings
Sure.
going from actually 9 to, I think you said 9,
From 9 to 11 per pound to
to
7 or
8.
8.
Right, and
per
how you
pound.
manage that.
And I said, we manage for the long term. We're really looking at, what's the forecast for the size of wings. And I know many of the suppliers are going out and starting to produce a bigger bird. It's more cost efficient for them.
It is.
And again, chicken is grown for the breast product. It's not grown for the wing. And I know that. And so,
But as the breast gets larger, so does the wing.
Yeah, it does. And and the consumer likes that bigger wing. They think they're getting more value for their money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if the meat on the bone actually increases with the size, but and so we'll take a look at the long range forecast and do our pricing accordingly. Sometimes we have to take a look at what else could we take price wise to keep the price of wings competitive. So we'll look at our hamburgers, we'll look at our salads, and we try to manage the whole basket, not just a specific commodity.
Thank you. Okay, what is the most important criteria when you're choosing a supplier for your chicken?
I have to say that food safety is probably, and poultry safety would be our number one criteria. The consumer wants it, and it really doesn't matter where the breakdown happens. The whole product then is thought of as not safe. So it doesn't matter if it happens at the supply, or if it happens on the farm, if it happens in distribution, if it happens in the restaurant. When consumers look at that end product and say, I'm not eating that because of. So food safety would be number one.
Now, before we go off that, how do you quantify the food safety protocols? What are you looking for? What's going to make you choose one supplier over another on food quality?
Sure. Well,
food safety.
We'll look at their track record. We'll look to see. We'll look at their product practices, or production practices. Are their plants? Do they meet USDA requirements? Or the Food and Drug Administration.
Right.
What quality standards do they have in place? Do they have a quality assurance team? Are they up to date on their record keeping? How well do they handle recall procedures? And so we have a whole QA team that assesses the quality of the plant. So that would be number one.
Okay. Now, do you go for SQF? Do you mandate that they are safe quality food? That's the global standard.
Yes, SQF. You also have their HACCP compliance.
Sure.
So that talks about both production and the distribution end of things. So those are kind of givens. You can't. We probably wouldn't consider anybody that wasn't.
Sure. Okay.
And so that's kind of the entry level.
Right.
And then what do you do beyond that to enhance it? So food safety. Certainly the ability to provide the product that we need and in the quantity that we need, and then the ease of working with them. And as I have many times said, our chicken producers have done a fabulous job of working together. Because you can imagine with 800 restaurants in various parts of the country, whether it's a hurricane, a tornado, a snowstorm, which we face in much of the country, those trucks can't get through. So we have suppliers that'll say, our purchasing group monitors that hourly, and they're working with suppliers to say, okay, couldn't get this truck through, can we get a truckload of wings? That's 40,000 pounds. Can we get a truckload of wings to Detroit, Michigan by tomorrow? And I have to say, not only are they good partners with us individually, they're great partners with each other.
Okay, great. Thank you. So what is your advice to a poultry processor who is not currently selling to Buffalo Wild Wings but would like to?
Sure. I think a couple of things. One, what are there product innovations that you're looking at? Two, how can you help us do our job better? And that is to get a great product into our restaurants at a price that works for both of us. send us some of your new ideas. We have product innovations meetings we hold about twice a year with new suppliers. So if you have someone working in your kitchen or you have an R&D kitchen, we want to know what you're doing.
Okay.